Today, we're talking about why your brain won't let you feel safe about money, no matter how much you make, and a quick exercise you can try this weekend that will calm the alarm for good.
Life is beautiful.
Before we get into today's episode, though, quick trivia question for you, Nick. How many acts are in a traditional Shakespearean play?
You see, this is a trick question because I want to say three, like a three-act structure, but I know today is a special day, so I'm going to go with the answer five.
The answer is five-star Friday. I got to change up my language because whatever I've been saying has not been working. We only got one extra 5-star review last Friday, and there's like hundreds of people that listen to our podcast every day. And so many of you are listening and not taking the 5 seconds to do this one quick favor that we're asking you to do, which is to just leave us a 5-star rating wherever you podcast if you think that the podcast is worth that 5-star rating. If you don't, completely understand. But if you do, it would really, really, really mean a lot to us if you could do us a huge solid on Spotify or Apple Podcasts to take 2 seconds, find that thing, give us that 5-star rating. We'd really, really appreciate it.
Thank you. We love you.
Thank you very much.
All right, back to the regularly scheduled program here today, Mike.
All right, so we're going to open with a story, a viral reel that we posted because I think it's really good. So there was once a man who decides he wants to spend more quality time with his family. So he plans the perfect road trip. Before leaving, though, he checks if he has enough fuel to get there. He's got half a tank, but he's worried that might not be enough, so he stops at a gas station just to be safe. Then he stops at another one, and he never stops worrying about running out of fuel. So instead of making memories with his family, he spends the entire trip in and out of gas stations. Now, you might think this guy is nuts, but this is exactly how so many of us live. The fuel is money, the gas stations are the raises and promotions, and the trip is your life. Most of the time, we don't need a lot of money. We just need enough to feel safe and to take care of the people we love. But somewhere along the way, enough turns into just a little more. So we keep refueling, waiting for the next milestone, telling ourselves the road will still be there. If we don't decide what enough is, the gas station might become our whole life.
That's a great story. I feel like that is so many people in America in a nutshell.
Go on.
I just feel like the culture in America has become obsessed with money and like this hedonic treadmill of like continuing to just get more and more and more and more and more. And then with consumerism at an all-time high and just buying more shit, we just feel like we always need more.
Yeah.
And I feel it's like we've traveled to Europe and other places, and I feel like it really is this an American culture that's now actually starting to seep into other parts of the world. But
Yeah.
I do feel like it started here.
Yeah. It's funny that when the World Cup came to America, they changed the sport completely. They changed soccer completely, where now we have hydration breaks to be able to insert commercials in the middle of the game. That never happened before. But of course, America had to milk this thing for all the money they could. But I think that's part of the reason why America is great.
Yeah.
I think there's pros and cons to the hustle.
Yeah.
But it does remind me of a story that is so good, of this guy who was an author at the Hamptons billionaire party. Remember this story?
Mm-hmm.
So an author is at a billionaire's party in the Hamptons, and some guy asks him, "How does it feel that our host made more money yesterday than your novel earned in its entire history?" And the guy answers, "I've got something that guy will never have." And he says, "Oh yeah? What the hell could you have that this guy doesn't?" And he says, "The knowledge that I've got enough." And I thought that was amazing.
Boom, drop the mic.
Yeah. But I want to be careful here, because even like I alluded to in the very beginning when I said, like, you know, there's pros and cons to this whole thing. This episode and this concept of enough can be taken in two different directions. In one direction, you can have, oh yeah, like stop chasing, just be grateful for what you have. There's all those quotes, like the one from Seneca is like having fewer wants. What is it? It's not the man. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor.
Yeah. So like there's that side, right? Or Naval, desire is a contract you make with yourself to be unhappy until you get what you want. So there's like the be happy with what you have crowd and like always feel like you have enough. But then on the other side, there's the practical people like me, which are like, well, technically right now I am not satisfied with what I have financially and I need more in order to feel satisfied. And I think the practical application of this is what we learned when we interviewed Sahil Bloom, which is to actually get granular about what enough really means for you, to find your enough number.
Yeah. There's another book, The Psychology of Money, and one of the my favorite lines from that book is the hardest financial skill is getting the goalposts to stop moving.
Yeah.
Most people don't have an income problem, they have a goalpost problem.
Yeah. No, it's true. One of the best exercises I ever did was to take 10 minutes to actually write out the lifestyle that I wanted, meaning the house or houses that I wanted to own, the salary that I wanted to have, whether or not my wife was working or not, like factoring that into my vision, what car I wanted to be driving, how many vacations a year I wanted to be taking, how much I wanted to give back to charity,
Yeah.
what kind of experiences I would wanted to be able to buy on a yearly basis. I literally put all of this in a spreadsheet and I found out what my yearly nut was to be able to afford this lifestyle where I'm able to do everything that I want. Where once I hit this number, I can feel like that is enough. Like this is actually enough. I don't need anything beyond this. And for me, I'll be completely transparent. That number was $50,000 a month in income. That was my monthly nut to be able to afford the lifestyle that would be enough. And I made sure I kept challenging it. I'm like, are you sure this is enough? And then I would add, oh, well, maybe I kind of want this too. Yeah, maybe I kind of want this too. And I made it really realistic. We're like, all right, this is everything. I can't really think of anything else. And now that we have Claude or ChatGPT to be able to like
Yeah.
use as a resource, it's so easy to like talk to it to help you find that number
Yeah,
because
I
they'll
think
do the calculations for you. They'll challenge
I
you.
think
They'll
it's
push
great. I
back.
think you brought up a really good point, which is something that most people do in reverse, which is the wrong thing, which is they just decide, I want $1 million,
Hmm.
right? But really, instead, what we should be asking is, what life am I trying to buy?
Hmm.
Right? And then you price that life, which is what you did.
Yep.
You decided, okay, what would an ideal life look for Mike Fiorito? And then you listed all those things out and then you priced it and you said, okay, now I want to make this much money so that I can accumulate. But some people just say, no, I want $1 million because I want to be a millionaire because that just sounds good.
Yeah.
Or I want a billion
I just
dollars.
want to be
And nobody
rich.
even, people don't even know what a fucking $1 billion actually is. They just heard it and it sounds good. And now it's like, I'll never be happy unless I have $1 billion.
Yeah.
All right, that's a recipe for
And now to
disaster.
flip the coin back over to play both sides simultaneously,
Yeah,
that's not to say that I won't feel like I am enough until I reach my enough number.
yeah,
That's not to say that. You can have both ideas live in your head at the same time, which is I can abundantly go after this number that is enough for me. I can still feel enough. I can still practice gratitude every day for this amazing life because in reality, I already have an amazing life. I do. I really do. I have an amazing life and I have no complaints about the current life that I'm living. But that number that I set over there,
yeah,
it gives me excitement to go and work towards it.
yeah. You know what it also does? It informs you where you need to make sacrifices
Exactly.
at the current point you're at in life.
Yep. Exactly right.
And I think that's the important distinction.
Yep.
It's like anything you want in life, you're going to need to make sacrifices for it. And having a clear destination of where you want to get to allows you to know how much you're willing to sacrifice to get there.
Yeah. Like for example, it's the summertime here. We just moved by the beach and we're getting asked to like take a spontaneous beach day in the middle of the week. And right now, there's no shot in hell that I'm going to take a spontaneous beach day, a day off, because I'm locked in on that enough number. But let's say I had that enough number, I would consider it. I would make that sacrifice because I'm already at my enough number.
Mhm.
So why would I not take a day to enjoy my life a little bit and take that day off? But right now, I'm locked in. There's
Yeah.
no freaking way I'm going to do that. So I
Mhm.
think that's a great distinction.
Yeah. All right. Is there any call to action here?
Yeah, I think if you don't know your enough number, I'm telling you, I know this sounds like a big pain in the ass project to go and actually like think about what you want out of life, but you will be so it's like cleaning out your closet. Like it's like when you look at your closet, you're like, "Oh, I really don't want to do this, but then when you do it, you feel so much better. It's the same with this exercise. Like when you actually sit down in a spreadsheet and you really sit down in silence for just 30 minutes and you talk to Claude or ChatGPT and you design the life that you truly want to live, like a perfect day, a perfect month. Here's the house that I want to be able to afford. Like, you get really specific because so many of us never take time to do that. If you do it, take 30 minutes to find that enough number, you will feel so much better. You will have
Yeah.
clarity and certainty about where you're headed. So I think that's the
And I
call to
think one
action.
thing to remember is you don't have to be perfect when you're
No,
doing this, right?
no.
You could do rough estimates to get there. And the ultimate goal is just to have a roundabout destination in mind rather than a vague number that has no backing to it.
Yep.
That's really the point. So it's okay. It could change over time, but just sitting down to think about it is a win in of itself.
Yeah, clarity is power.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have an amazing freaking weekend. We love you very much.
Peace.
Peace.